Hey, what's up, guys? This is Bill Palno here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about database. The use of database is very important in the world of technology and in the world of business. Here is an example of a diagram that shows how companies use database in everyday business. What is database? Database is defined as a collection of information that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. This is from techtarget.com. Examples of database are library databases. When it comes to using a library database, when a person is looking for a certain book, he or she could use the library's database, which will guide the person to exactly where that information or book is within the library. Companies use databases to see how much inventory they have. They also use it to store important records, such as the amount of sales they did in a month or the amount of inventory they have in stock. Another example would be address books and contact lists, and Census Bureau as well. Types of database include relational database, distributed database, and object-oriented database. What is relational database? It is defined as a collection of data items organized as a set of formally described tables from which data can be accessed or reassembled in many different ways without having to reorganize the database tables. It was invented in 1970 by a man named C.F. Todd. Examples of relational databases include Excel sheets, which is like the Microsoft Excel program that you use. This includes rosters like class lists and sports teams, and this is all done through Excel sheets. Airplane flights are another example. So when you go to an airport, you'll see a sign on the board that says, plane is leaving at 12 o'clock from St. Louis to Las Vegas, and it'll tell when a plane is arriving to. Plane is arriving from New Mexico at 3 o'clock and will depart at 3:30. Another example are metro buses. This basically is when you see, this is when like it tells when a bus is arriving and when it's departing from a certain location. Distributed databases are another type of database. A distributed database is one in which portions of database are stored in multiple physical locations and processing is distributed among database nodes. This is also from techtarget.com. There are two different types, including homogeneous and heterogeneous. When it comes to homogeneous, the hardware is the same and the database is the same as well. And it's also the same location. Everything is the same. And the heterogeneous is the other type. The hardware is completely different and the database is completely different. Everything is different from each other. There's nothing the same. Object-oriented databases are another example of databases. This is defined as one that is congruent with data defined in object classes and subclasses. Examples of object-oriented databases include buttons and scrollers. This is from the widgets you use on your computer. For example, on the Mac, you have your widgets when you hit, I believe, F7 or whatever have you, and the widgets appear. I think Windows has a very similar type on their computer as well. Conclusions are that it is very important in the world of technology. There are many advantages to using it. However, there are many disadvantages as well. It can be too complex. It can be too expensive, and it's not always compatible. When these are not cost-friendly, it's because they're too expensive, because when it comes to expenses, the databases are constantly having to update themselves. Security is also an issue when it comes to databases as well, because if the database is hacked by somebody, it can screw up the company's database in a very bad way, because it can distort the amount of sales they did in a month, or it can steal private information that was supposed to be kept within the company. And when a person goes to buy something, the inventory could be distorted as well. So if a company actually has 20, but the database is 30, that's completely wrong, because there's actually 20, but the database is that there are 30, which is completely bad. Another thing could be the company could have 20 of a certain product in stock, but the person hacking in say out of stock, which should be bad because the company is not making profit off the items that are in stock, even though the database is out of stock, which is really bad. All right, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching.